In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use n8n for beginners. Whether you're using n8n Cloud or you're self-hosting, I'll guide you through creating your first workflow and adding essential components step by step. Let's start with the basics. If you're using n8n Cloud, you simply need to sign up and log in with your credentials. For those of you opting for self-hosting, you'll need to install n8n on your system. Once installed, just open your preferred web browser and navigate to http localhost 5678. This is where you'll be able to manage your workflows locally. Now, when you open it for the first time, you'll have the opportunity to create your owner account. This is crucial as it enables you to have full control over all your workflows and settings. With your account set up, let's move on to creating your very first workflow. You'll want to look for the Workflows section. Click on it to expand your options, and then find and click on New Workflow. This will open up a blank workflow canvas, which is essentially your playground where you'll build and manage all your automation processes. Every workflow begins with a trigger. This trigger helps in determining how and when your workflow should execute. On your blank canvas, you'll find a plus button. Clicking this button will allow you to choose from a variety of triggers. For instance, you can select a manual trigger if you prefer to run your workflow manually. Or, if you're looking for automation at specific times, a schedule trigger will do the trick. There's also a webhook trigger which starts working when an HTTP request is received. And lastly, you have app triggers like those from Gmail or Slack, which initiate workflows based on app-specific events. If you're just starting out, I recommend selecting the manual trigger. It's straightforward and perfect for testing as it requires you to execute the command manually whenever you're ready. Now that we've set our trigger, it's time to add an action node. Click the plus button yet again, but this time it's located after the trigger step in your canvas. Here, you'll need to search for the actions you'd like your workflow to perform and then select an appropriate node. The options are quite varied, from HTTP request and Gmail to Google Sheets, Slack, OpenAI, and Set, among others. By selecting the node you want to incorporate, you're essentially defining what action should occur when your workflow is activated. This step is vital as it dictates the primary function and behavior of your workflow based on the task you want to accomplish. That's all there is to it for now. With these initial steps completed, you've laid down the groundwork to explore more complex automations and integrations with n8n as you grow more confident. Thanks for tuning in to this foundational guide on how to navigate your way through n8n for the first time. Stay tuned for more in-depth tutorials that'll expand your automation toolkit.